my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all doing fabulous. I hope you're all choosing to be or deciding for yourself that you are in the reality of experiencing your dreams, or you are that version of yourself that you're there. And that's really what this video is about today, and maybe seeing it from a different perspective might help juggle something within so that you can honestly see you are in charge of who you are, or what decision you're making, simply because of being consciousness. If you would like to work with me in any way, shape, or form, all of that information is in the drop box below, including my channel memberships, which this is going up on a Tuesday, so that means channel memberships are tonight. If you want to join that VIP Advanced Manifestors where we deep dive manifestation, well then please join. I'm sure there's a join button somewhere, and if not, you can go to my actual channel page and there should be a join. The VIP group, like I said, deep dives manifestation and then has access to all of the channel memberships. So I had a coaching call yesterday that, the person I was talking to made such a lovely point, and it's not necessarily something I haven't said myself. However, it was just another way of wording it. And I'm like, I love that. And I'm gonna make a video about it. So here we are. Depending on how you are viewing your current reality, how you're perceiving it. If you're perceiving it in an unfavorable way, or maybe you're just feeling like nothing's really happening, nothing is happening. My friend, everything is happening for a reason. Everything you're experiencing is happening for a reason. Nothing you're experiencing is a coincidence. And I know that's not always something we want to hear. It's not something I would have been ready to hear in the early days of my journey. And I probably would have argued and fought back. I was in a victim state. Now, what I'm never saying is, we got to start blaming and shaming ourselves for things we're experiencing. I'm saying just a perspective shift could be enough to get you to be the self that has the desire. You see, when you make that conscious decision, when you stand in your I amness, right? Every single one of us is pure, unadulterated consciousness. Every single one of us is. And we have the I amness. That is our free will. That is our authority, that I amness. Some believe it's God, universe, higher power, source, energy, moonbeams, whatever you believe that is. That consciousness, that free will choice over who you are. When we make that decision, when our eyes are back open and we're perceiving reality, that reality isn't exactly what you want. It's not because there's a mistake happening or that you failed at manifesting or it didn't work. No, literally everything you're experiencing is you getting or having or experiencing the manifestation. And what this person said was, hearing about movement is wonderful, but I don't even think we should call it movement, because it's not movement, or what we've been perceiving as I'm not getting movement, or I'm having some movement and then it kind of dies off. No, the moment you made your decision, the moment you made that decision, what you're experiencing is your manifestation. It is the manifestation materializing. We might not always recognize it. We might not always understand what circumstances are within. But what we call the unfolding, don't you see that? That's the validation that you're already there. You're already in that reality. And the more you step into it, the more you get comfortable with it, the more reality around you gets clearer and clearer. We don't always enjoy the journey, the unfolding. And some of us stay really logical. And if we are seeing and perceiving things that we're not loving, if we're, again, most popular topic, specific person, if you're experiencing, a specific person not showing up the way you want them to, not how you're deciding, that manifestation is going to look like this. This is the version of my specific person I'm manifesting. We don't have to identify our reality as it's not quite here yet. I'm not living that life yet. No, that's from your logical perspective. And it just might be that logical perspective that is keeping you in an identity that you don't want to be anymore, or in a reality that you don't want to be anymore. When you change how you look at your 3D, how you perceive that 3D, and understanding that even the moments, again, I've said this before, but even the moments when you're hearing the opposite of what you want in reality, that's still part of the manifestation. It is still a part of you getting exactly what you want. It must be. As we are always in fulfillment, always, no exceptions. Hence, why the perception of I'm experiencing the unfolding. But that unfolding doesn't mean I'm in my old reality and it's unfolding to my new reality. No, you're in your new reality. And every single thing that is being experienced is you getting it. For some of us, in that logical mind, I know your mind is saying, bullshit! Okay, I'm sitting here and he or she hasn't asked me to do anything in months, weeks, days, years. So there's no way I'm in that reality, Kim. No. That is the perspective from an old identity, from an old self. Change the perspective, you change self-identity, who you believe you are, with just a decision. So for some of you, you don't resonate with saying, I am new self. I get it. You got to come up with your own phrase. But you can claim who you are. We often hear I believe it was Neville Goddard who specifically said, see the visual from it, not of it. And that to me, again, that used to be really confusing and it felt like it was splitting hairs, being a little anal. Kind of like when we're visualizing, don't see it from third person. And you've heard me say, that does not matter. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. But in here, the way you're consciously viewing reality, what you think about reality, what you think or feel about yourself, that's that little hair being split. That's the gray area, the fine line. When you are thinking from the reality or from the self, it's, I know I'm there. I know I'm going to have it. It feels different. When you're thinking of the reality, it's, I don't have it. They're different and they feel different, and the perception of them feel different. And you have the free will and authority to claim that little feeling different inside. Now, even if you don't feel any different or see what I'm saying yet, even if it's not clicking, you can claim it now. And that download will happen for you. You'll get it. Reality is so malleable changeable, always moving, always changing. It's so amazingly perfect and really easy, effortless. It is only from your perceived experience or what identity that you're seeing reality from through that filter. It's you labeling yourself as, I'm not there yet. I don't have it yet. It's not here yet. It's not working. The moment you made your decision, it was working. I've shared bits and pieces of my own journey on this channel multiple times, explaining to you that, and again, I said this in yesterday's video, that I don't look back at the past, my chosen path. Time is now. Everything's now. I don't look back at those moments with regret. I don't look back at those moments and have fear. I look back at those moments as, yes, those were moments I leveled up. Those were moments that now make sense to me. They were moving and shaping me. I did not experience what I was experiencing for no other reason than reflection, who I was, or what state I was in, which version of self I was in. I could see now that I'm out of those moments. Why it felt so undeniably opposite of what I wanted. That was the filter I was seeing my life through. Sorry, got interrupted, so we're looking a little different right now. But listen, if it's difficult for you or you're not understanding why, you can look at your reality right now in this moment and know that it is absolutely the reality or the experiences that are bringing about the fulfillment of your desire. That's okay. Then try to separate yourself from that reality. Ask yourself. So this is for any of you, okay? This isn't for everybody. This is for any of you that are dissatisfied with reality. Now, outside of the fact that's how you're labeling it, you're probably giving it a meaning. Ask yourself, what version of me is experiencing this reality? So we can take you out for a second. What version of you is experiencing the reality that you're currently seeing right now? And what version of you is experiencing the reality you do want to be in? Immerse yourself in both. Who feels more natural? The one that's still perceiving things is not working from lack? Or the one who's living the life that you're currently manifesting? We're always in fulfillment. Remember, things might not make sense, but they're always leading you to what you want. So is it great to celebrate movement? Sure. But see that movement as, well, yeah, it's my manifestation. Of course I'm experiencing that. Of course I am. Because that's who I am. We don't want to get ourselves stuck in a place of searching for movement. Because then what are we claiming we're seeing without it? Manifesting is just awareness. Who you are aware of being. It's all it really is. Claim the reality you want to be in. Claim it. Claim it. If you're struggling, see yourself separate from all the versions of yourself. And you claim and identify which self is living which reality. And then ask yourself, which one do I believe I really am? It'll probably be the reality of a version of yourself that you're not exactly loving that current reality. But then there's your answer. That's who you truly believe you are. And if you're having that experience, next question is, Are you waiting for outside validation to tell you you are your new self? Are you waiting on reality to change before you're willing to believe you are in the new desired reality? Ask yourself those questions. The answers are always there. Nothing is a coincidence. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow. Channel members, I'll see you tomorrow.